Hi, welcome to my channel, and this is episode 141 of our Gravetour of the famous series. This video is the continuation of our visit of Libingan ng mga bayani in Taguig in search of notable individuals interred in this southeastern part of Metro Manila. Come, join us to remember and visit the final resting place of our national scientists and national artists that are interred here at Libingan ng mga bayani. Libingan ng mga bayani was first established in May 1947 as the final resting place of Philippine military personnel that served the World War II. In April 1986, then President Cory Aquino approved the allocation of cemetery plots within Libingan ng mga bayani that expanded to include past presidents, national artists, national scientists, and Medal of Valor awardees. Located at the eastern corner of the cemetery is the block where the national scientists and the national artists are interred, including our national scientist for genetics and plant breeding, Dr. Pedro Escuro, and the national artist for visual arts, Larry Alcala. Dr. Pedro Escuro was born in August 1923. He was a native of Nabua, Camarines Sur. Dr. Escuro was an agriculturist, rice researcher, and considered as the father of Philippine rice breeding program. Dr. Escuro studied and completed agronomy magna cum laude at UP Los Baños in 1952. He earned his master's degree in plant breeding at Cornell University in 1954. And PhD degree in plant breeding and genetics from the University of Minnesota in 1959. Dr. Escuro was recognized for his outstanding contributions to rice breeding program and have developed the improved rice varieties such as C463, C4137, C4113, UPLRI5, and many more. He also produced 3 improved versions of wheat varieties, the Trigo 1, Trigo 2, and Trigo 3. Dr. Escuro had 18 honors and awards to his name. These include 2 presidential awards, the 1967 Presidential Plaque of Merit for Outstanding Accomplishment in Rice Improvement, and 1968 Rizal Pro Patria Award for Outstanding Contribution to Rice Breeding and Genetics. In 1994, Dr. Escuro was awarded the Order of National Scientist by then-President Ramos. Dr. Escuro died in September year 2000 at the age of 77. Next to the grave of Dr. Escuro was the final resting place of another great Filipino, a national artist for visual arts. Lauro Zarate Alcala was born in August 1926, a native of Daraga, Albay. He was an educator and well-known editorial cartoonist and illustrator. Alcala studied and completed a bachelor degree in fine arts at UP in 1950. He was part of faculty and taught at UP College of Fine Arts from 1951 to 1981. Alcala started his cartooning career in 1946 while studying at UP. In 1946, Alcala created his very first comic strip, Islaw Palitaw, as published in Liwayway magazine. The following year, he created another comic strip, Kalabog and Bosyo, that first appeared in Filipino comics in 1947. This comic character was immortalized in 1959 film starring Dolphy and Panchito, and in 1986 remake also starring Dolphy and Panchito. 1994, Kalabog and Bosyo starring Jano Gibbs and Dennis Padilla. Another comic character, Mang Ambo, made its debut in 1960 as full-page feature of the weekly graphic magazine. He also created another comic character, Asyong Aksaya, that was published in Daily Express and Tagalog Classic from 1976 to 1984. This comic character was immortalized in 5 films produced in 1977, Asyong Aksaya. 1980, ito na naman si Asyong Aksaya. 1980, Awat na Asyong Aksaya. 1986, Sobra na Tama na Asyong Aksaya. In the role portrayed by Chiquito.
O, shampoo pa ilalagay. Sige, sa parking lot. Mateka. Bakit to 50 na yun? Piso? Aba, hindi. Hanggang piso lang ako. Ano? Bano? Magbabayad ka doon 50? Oy, gamitin mo ulo mo. Eh, ano ang gagawin ko? Ikot ka dyan sa Dasmariñas.
Hanggang sa bumaba kayo?
Oo.
May mga anong oras kayo bababa?
Abay, di alas 5. Mamayang hapon. Dasmariñas, eskolta. Pag nainig ka, eskolta, Dasmariñas, eskolta, Dasmariñas. Sige na!
And 1994, The Young Asyong Aksaya, starring Anjo Iliana. His most popular cartoon series was Slice of Life, which was an illustration of many unique aspects of everyday life in the Philippines. This cartoon series appeared in Weekend Magazine from 1980 to 1986, Sunday Tribune from 1986 to 1987, Sunday Times from 1987 to 1995, and Philippine Star from 1995 until his death in 2002.
Slice of Life is a collection of linked situations depicting events in the life of the Filipino, from Sundays in church with a family to Mount Mayon's eruption.
I plan it. First, when I get, for instance, I go out into the field, I gather all the situations, lahat ng situations, as many as 15 to 20. Then, when I get back to my drawing board, then I figure out which of these will click, magtikwela, or which of these will be offensive.
It takes Mang Larry from half a day to 2 days to execute these slices of life. 1 day for conceptualizing alone. Yet for all his talent and the work he puts into his cartoons, a cartoonist's salary was never quite enough to feed a family.
And my contribution to society, to improve society, to, in a humorous way, the ills of society, then by doing that, having the people making my strip as a mirror of themselves, perhaps in a way it might help reform some of the ills of society.
Alcala died in June 2002 at the age of 75. In 2018, 16 years after his death, Alcala was awarded the Order of National Artist in Visual Arts by President Duterte. In the next episodes, we will post the video of our recent visit of Manila North Cemetery and the continuation of our grave tour of Libingan ng mga bayani here in Taguig. Later in this channel, we will also post more grave tour videos including Loyola Memorial Park in Marikina and in Parañaque. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe if you like my channel. See you in our next grave tour of the famous episodes.